A very good morning, friends. Welcome to 10th standard. Uh, we are beginning our English lessons from today. In 10th standard, you have 4 units to learn, and there are 24 lessons to study. So you have to learn and study all these chapters. This 24 chapter and these 4 units. There are many poems, short stories, biographies are there. Very interestingly, we can complete this year. I hope you and wish you all of your very best to learn this year. So let's go to the first poem. Our first poem is Where the Mind is Without Fear. It's a poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, and you have a warming up activity is given there for the first unit and the first lesson. For the first lesson, uh, there is a table given there. Pair up with the A and B. The two columns given there, A and B. You have to pair it. 4 ideologies given there in the column number 1, A, or column number A: humanism, patriotism, internationalism, liberalism, and environmentalism. You have to compare. You have to pair with it, A and B. It's very simple. Just read and pair it. That's your homework. And point number 2, the second activity that I will help you to do is poems in English are of different types. There are different types of poems are given there. All of these 9 poems given in this year. You have to learn these different types of 9 poems that you can read and learn one by one. So just discuss what are they. Uh, there are 9 points given there. 9 types of the names of different types of poems are given there. 9 names and some hints given there below. Some hints that you have to fill there. What is that? The first one is a long short story poem. A long story poem like Ramayana and Mahabharata. It's a long story that written in a poetical format, that is called epic. So the answer of first one is epic. Epics are very long story poems. It's already a story and written in the poetic format, that is called a long story poem. And often mythical means imaginary stories written in the poetical way, that is called uh, epic. So you got the first answer is epic. And second one, a short story poem with a message. Simply a small poem, that poem gives you a message. Such kind of things are called, such kind of poems are called ballads. That's the third one. Ballad is the answer of the second one. And third one is even simple, a poem of 40 lines. A poem that has 14 lines. Such kind of poems are called sonnets. Sonnet also given. You have to read and learn there. The first point, sonnet is the answer of the third hint. And the fourth one is a song like poem. It's a song written in a poetical form. पोएट्रिक फॉर्म में लिखा है एक सॉन्ग पोएट्रिक फॉर्म में लिखा हुआ है. Such kind of a poem is called lyric. Lyric is called a song like poem simply. And fifth one is a poem with uniformity. There is no order for a poem, and there is no rhyming scheme. There is no rhythm for the such kind of poems are called free verse, that is written here and there. Free verse poems you have already learned in the previous classes, but you don't know what it is. There is no rhythm and rhyming scheme. There is no uniformity for a poem. Such kind of poems are called free verse. And the sixth one is a poem set in picture, a picture sequence or a rustic background. If we are reading a poem that during that time that the poet tried to create a picture on your mind, it's giving a background of a thing or of a particular period of time. Such kind of poems are called what? Ideal. The last topic, sorry, the last point. Ideal is the answer of the next one. A picture sequence or a rustic background poems. Next one is a sad poem. Already sad poem means elegy. If you read a sad poem, you can confirm it. That is a elegy. Elegy is a sad poem. Uh, the next one is a 5-line short funny poem with rhyming scheme AABBA. When a poem written in a rhyming scheme AABBA, you can learn what is about uh, the rhyming scheme in the upcoming classes. Just remember it. It's a funny poem with 5 lines. Only 5 lines that you have with a funny poem. That is called limerick. Limerick is the next answer. See the second point. Limerick is the answer there. The last one is a poem written just to create humor. A funny poem. Simply a funny poem that does not have a 5 line, more than 5 line or less than 5 line. 5 line. Such kind of poems are called humorous poems. So these are the 9 types of poem that you have to learn in the upcoming classes. And just chill up and move to the our poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. So before we are going to learn Where the Mind is Without Fear, you have to learn about Rabindranath Tagore. As we know that he is one of the famous poet in Bengali language. He is one of the famous poet in Bengali language of all time, and as well as India, Asia, and the whole world. He is a very famous poet with a single poem named Gitanjali. Gitanjali has one more specialty, that is that poem won this Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, Prize for Poetry in the year 1913. 1913, he won Nobel Prize, and actually this poem written in 1910 in Bengali language. Later in 1912, he translated into English. He himself translated into English. Rabindranath Tagore himself translated the poem Gitanjali into English. So he was the author of Gitanjali. Profoundly sensitive. Profoundly sensitive means largely his poems are very sensitive. That create a special emotion in our mind. Such kind of poems are called profoundly sensitive. Fresh and beautiful voice. He always use different types of fresh, new words, new verses, new lines in his poems. And he became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. And he's the first person to win a non-European. He's not a European. He's an Asian and an Indian. He's an Asian and Indian. So the first person who won a Nobel Prize from Asia is also Rabindranath Tagore. The poem is one of the vastly read and discussed poem. बहुत सारे लोग ये poem पढ़ा है and they discussed about it too. He himself translated the poem into English. This poem is from Nobel Prize winning anthology Gitanjali. This poem, you have to learn this poem. This poem is also from Gitanjali. Gitanjali is a big poem, and there is only one small point. A small portion is given here to learn. Tagore lived during the time of India was ruled by British. Uh, that's why I already mentioned he was born on 1861 and died 1941 before getting independence. So during this period India was under the British rule, so he was also lived during the period of British administration. In this poem, besides political freedom from British, Tagore also appeals to God for social, educational and economical freedom for the people of India. So through this poem, Rabindranath Tagore wished the Indian people must get freedom, not only the freedom of expression speech, rather than he wished the people to get social, educational and economical freedom for the country. He was also a part of Indian freedom movement. So that's all about Rabindranath Tagore. Let's begin the poem. where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. I will explain it little bit in Hindi. Where the mind is without fear, जो जगह पे जो लोगों को डर नहीं रहता है, the people who are not feared about and very encouraged during all those areas, their head is held in high, not bowed. जो जगह पे लोगों को डर नहीं लगता है, वो जगह पे लोगों का सिर कैसे है? They will face the people. If they have no fear, they will face the people face to face. If they have fear, they will bow. उन लोगों का सिर, they will always keep their head down. उस लोगों का सिर always they will keep their head down. And where knowledge is free, जो जगह पे करेज रहता है, जो जगह पे किसी के भी डर नहीं है, वो जगह पे नॉलेज भी बहुत फ्री होता है. Where the world has not broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Next line, जो जगह पे लोगों को अब people or the world not broken, जो जगह पे दुनिया not broken means टुकड़ा, pieces, fragment means pieces, broken means yes, break, cut into pieces by narrow domestic walls. Here the meaning given there, division on the basis of religion, caste, class and color, societies between countries of the world. जो जगह पे डिविजन से, कास्ट के बारे में, रिलीजन के बारे में डिविजन से, वो जगह पे क्या होता है? वेयर द वर्ड्स कम फ्रॉम आउट फ्रॉम द डेप्थ ऑफ ट्रूथ. जो जगह पे वर्ड्स, हमारा शब्द कहाँ से आता है? दिल के अंदर से सच की बात निकलता है. ऑलवेज कम्स अप द ट्रूथ वर्ड्स फ्रॉम द माइंड. एंड वेयर टायरलेस striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear streams of reasons has not lost its way. Again, the poet says that here, tireless striving stretches means continues our efforts, and stretched arms means achieving goal. कुछ जगह पे, जो जगह पे कंटिन्यूस एफर्ट्स होता है, स्ट्रगल्स होता है, किसके लिए? फॉर अचीविंग अ गोल. During that time I already mentioned, India was under British rule, British administration, so we have only one continuous efforts and one struggle, that we have to get freedom. So freedom के लिए हम continuously effort कर रहे थे. So during that time we have only one goal, freedom. वो जगह पे क्या होता है? Towards perfection, we are moving towards getting a goal, achieving a goal. हम एक गोल अचीव करने के लिए जा रहे थे. सो वी हैव अ क्लियर स्ट्रीम ऑफ रीज़न. हमको एक क्लियर रीज़न भी था. क्या था? हम ब्रिटिश को रूल के अंडर था. सो वी हैव टू गेट फ्रीडम. दैट वाज द क्लियर रीज़न, नॉट लॉस्ट इट्स वे, एंड वी विल नेवर फॉल डाउन. हम वो जगह पर पहुंच जाएगा. एंड इनटू द dreary desert sand of dead habit. And we have to also move one more thing. हमको फ्रीडम मिलना है, उससे भी पहले हमको एक और बात ये डेजर्ट में से, ड्रायरी डेजर्ट में से हमको निकालना है. क्या है वो? our dead habits. What are the dead habits? Our old traditions, rituals and customs that are harmful for the society. Some dead habits थे हमारे सोसाइटी में, लाइक सती, कास्ट सिस्टम, ऐसे बहुत सारा डेड हैबिट्स, बैड हैबिट्स, अंधविश्वास था हमारा सोसाइटी में. वो हमको यहाँ से निकालना था. एंड वेयर द माइंड इज लेड फॉरवर्ड बाय दी. सो ये सब चीज़ क्लियर हो जाएगा. सो देन व्हाट विल हैपन? आवर माइंड इज लीड फॉरवर्ड यू. हमको कौन लेके जाएगा? हमारा दिल, हमारा मन हमको आगे लेके जाएगा. We will always, even if we are clearing all these things, if we are clearing our dead habits, or we are continuously effort to do, or achieving to get a thing. uh, if we are all doing all these things, what will happen? Our mind, हमारा दिल और हमारा मन हमको आगे लेके जाएगा. कहाँ लेके जाएगा? Into ever widening thought and action. What is ever widening? Forever bonding one's outlook. हमारा विशन, हमारा हमको कहाँ लेके जाएगा? हमारा विशन को भी और हमको, हमारा सोच को, हमारा एक्शन को लेके जाएगा. कहाँ लेके जाएगा? Into that heaven of freedom. Heaven of freedom is given there, condition of total freedom of good thoughts, good works and good deeds. Good deed means action, good actions, while respecting those of others. हम एक दूसरे को जब रेस्पेक्ट करता है, वो जो जगह पे हेवन ऑफ फ्रीडम में लेके जाएगा. और हेवन ऑफ फ्रीडम मतलब ये होता है ए कंडीशन ऑफ टोटल फ्रीडम ऑफ गुड थॉट्स. वो जगह पे हमारा अच्छी सोच और हमारा अच्छा वर्ड्स और हमारा अच्छा actions. Our good thoughts, our good words and good actions, and we will always respect each others. When we are continuously doing a thing or try to get a goal on those regions, we will definitely win, or we will reach heaven of freedom. And last line, with another prayer to the God, that my Father, let my country awake. Bhagavan, here he called God as Father. ये जो जगह पे रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर भगवान को बुला रहे, बाबा, let my country awake. Now my country is sleeping in different things, or sleeping in dead habits or other things. Let my country awake. मेरा देश वो जो नींद में से उठना है, और my country has to reach heaven of freedom.